Hey guys, so if you want to see how I get this kind of crazy sparkle look, keep watching. So today I'm going to show you how to do a fun look on something you can do for either your like Christmas party or Christmas dinner. A New Year's party would be kind of fun. It's just a bit of sparkle and some pizzazz, so let's just jump into it. Either a backcomb brush or you can use a comb like this with a tail comb, which would work too. I prefer these ones where they have the little thing on the end. You're going to need some bobby pins and a hair clip. And then for the fun look, other than the updo kind of thing, you're going to need some gel. So like some dippity-doo, doesn't matter what kind of gel it is. You're going to need a bowl to mix in, and then also you're going to need a brush to mix with, as well as you're probably going to need a bit of hairspray and some glitter. You can use big flakes of glitter, you can use ones with shapes in it, you can use like bigger circles or like finer sparkles. You can use whatever kind of glitter you want, whatever color you want to go with. You can go with something that matches your makeup, you can go with something that matches your jewelry, or you can just go with something that completely doesn't match and just have some fun with it. Let's just jump right into it. So you're going to take a tail comb, and what you're going to do is you're going to take your section and kind of do a horseshoe shape, just kind of like in here and in here, and just kind of pick that up and grab that. You want to make sure it's even. Doesn't matter too much about the back part, but you want to make sure that the parts here are even. All right. So, and what I normally like to do is clip that off and see how even that is. Looks pretty good. Okay, and then of course, whatever you want, you can either have your hair straight or curly or whatever you kind of feel like with this look. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a backcombing brush. It looks kind of like this. And I'm going to section off a little small section and pull it back, and then I'm going to clip this back up. I'm going to take the section that I just grabbed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my backcombing brush on a 45-degree angle and just backcomb it a few times. And then I'm just going to place it down. Then I'm going to grab another section, and then of course pin your hair back. You want to do this when your hair is not super clean, because you want a little bit more grit. Plus you obviously don't want to be going and throwing all this hairspray in it and then having it on clean hair and then having to wash it out right away again. Alright, so again, what I'm doing is taking a small section, taking my backcombing brush and just 45-degree angle, just brushing it down. Placing it back. What I just did there was I pulled it back a little bit with my comb. It was a little too big, so I'm going to take a smaller section for this. Sometimes I like to leave out a piece just so that it'll hide any backcombing if I go crazy backcombing. I'm going to take that and backcomb this quite a bit higher than the other section. It looks a bit ratty, so I'm just going to kind of brush it down. And then this is where I like this piece to come in, is I kind of just go like this and even it out a little bit and brush that out. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to take your hairspray and spray your hair up and just kind of move your comb through, just making sure that it's nice and big and high. You want to make sure that in here too is kind of down. You don't want it to be like backcombing and then when you turn your head like this, people can see all of that. You want to make sure that it's kind of like blended. What I do now is take some bobby pins that match my hair color, so the darker ones, and I'm going to just slightly go like this and pin it down. And then, so what I'm doing is I just slid it in from the side up this way. And then I'm going to take another one and slide it down the opposite way, locking that in. And then I'm going to do it the same thing like this. What you're going to do is you're going to take your bobby pin and just slide it in. And then I'm going to take my other bobby pin and slide it on a V, upwards towards it. Okay, really only just used 4 bobby pins for this look. To kind of get it perfect, I like to bring my fingers through these curls a little bit, just so they're not so super crazy. And then I'm just going to spray just a teeny bit more, just to keep those little flyaways down. I will be using the hairspray again when I put on the fun gel sparkly stuff. Lock that all in, so I don't particularly like to throw on so much hairspray. I don't like my hair to be stuck so it doesn't move. Go on to the sparkly bit. What you're going to do is you're going to take some of your dippity-doo, or gel, open it up, open up your container, and just go like this. Whee! Put some in there. I just put about that much in there. It's not too much, but I don't want to go overly crazy for this kind of look. And I'm going to just take some sparkles, open that bag, as I just put the whole container of sparkles in there. And then you're going to take your brush, and you're going to mix it, like so. Try not to get it everywhere. Once you're done mixing it, and it looks kind of like it is, if it looks like this, then it might be okay, but my bowl looks like that. So I'm going to put a little bit more gel in here. So that's kind of what my consistency is looking like. It's gel and it's kind of sticky. I'm going to actually throw in a bit of these bigger flakes. I think it'll be kind of fun. It doesn't matter too much about the gel color as long as it's not a gel color that stays. I know you can find some of those color gels that actually have a color pigment that stay in, so you can change your hair color. You could use one of those if you really want to, too. That would work, too, if you wanted to make sure you had an extra bit of color. What you're going to do is you're just going to clean up your brush with it. I'm just kind of going like this a little bit on the sides, making sure not to totally get it all over the sides. And for the look I'm going for, I want it to be kind of like a hidden root situation, but just some sparkle. I have a bit of color and sparkly gel on my brush, and I'm going to literally just pull it up. Brush it onto my roots. Okay. You want to be careful when you're doing this with your updo kind of look. You don't want it to be too crazy. You don't want to be jabbing it in because you just did all that backcombing. You don't want to drop out the backcombing. So I'm just covering my roots and just bringing it up into my pinky colored hair. Pinky rosy gold hair. I'm just going to cover all of those roots there. And then I'm just going to grab a little bit more and pull it up on this side here. And then covering these roots. This is just going to be a little bit of added sparkle and fun for your holiday look. But I don't think I would have actually used the bigger chunks in here, as it is really sparkly. It's quite big of sparkle, so it's a little too sparkly for my liking. But if you like that look and you kind of liking the way this is going, might as well try it. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to do, I've got a little thing on here. I'm going to go in and just poof this out a little bit. So I kind of drop that down. Kind of what it's looking like. I think trying to completely hide your roots, you'd want to go in with a little bit more sparkles. I'm just going to pull it all the way kind of through. I feel like that would be a bit funner. Just to have a whole top part of sparkles, kind of like a hat. Using really, really silvery ones. So if you wanted it to blend a little bit more and just add a little bit of shine, you could go in with like something that would match your hair color a bit more. So with mine's a dark brown on the roots, and then I would go in with maybe a rose goldy or pinky, light pink. So then you just kind of want to let that dry. So you can do things too, like if you have a little bit more left over and you want to make sure that you have a little bit more sparkle in your hair, you can kind of just brush it through some of your curls too. How much sparkle you want and how your sparkles in your hair, and it is done drying. What I like to do is I like to use my hairspray and spray that in so that the sparkles aren't coming off. So I just kind of spray away, lock that in there. There you go. You've got a really fun kind of sparkly look. Also, there are other products you can buy that are more like a hairspray with sparkles in it if you just want a teeny bit of sparkle. Obviously, you don't need to go crazy like this and go full on out there and go crazy sparkles, but you can also do something similar and just put a bit of sparkle or just a little bit on the side or whatever you would like. If you enjoyed my video, please like and subscribe to my channel. That way you can get all the notifications on all my DIYs, my makeup tutorials, and my hair tutorials. Alright, have a great day. Bye!